Hello everyone, this is Brother Birch. In this recording, I'm going to be going over some of my favorite Sublime hotkeys. So I am using Sublime Text. This is version 3, and if you want to learn some more about some hotkeys that I use on a daily basis, here they are. There are a lot more, and you can find them all in these little drop downs over here. And as you can see, I don't have a list this big, but these are just the ones that I use on a daily basis. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. So multiple cursors. Let's say I wanted to type um, in multiple places. Let's say I wanted to like add a break or something in both these places. Okay, I could do so like that. All right, I made these multiple cursors by just holding Control and then clicking again. And I can do that anywhere. I could click here, add another one here, 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 and then I could type in these places and have text come up in all those places. Okay, so that is multiple cursors. That's just Control plus click. All right, here's one example, I guess. I want to add a hyphen to each one of these spots. And so I will go ahead and do that by holding Control and clicking on each one of these spots and then adding a hyphen. Okay. All right, next one, select next instance. Okay, so let's say I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted to add an extra break in both of these spots. I could select this break and hit Control D, and it will select the next instance of that string. Okay, and then I could hit my right arrow and then I have multiple cursors as if I'd clicked in all these spots and then just add another break. Okay. Same thing could work. Let's say I wanted to get all of these ID names. Okay. Then I could select ID, hit Control D 4 times and get all those. I hit my right arrow to get here. I could hit Control Shift and my right arrow to copy all those. And then I could come up here and paste them. Whoops. And paste them. And then I could do something with them. That's how I got these in place. Um, so let's come back over here. Select next instance is Control plus D. Right here, I'm going to move this up. Multiple cursors from selection. So one thing I wanted to do was be able to just like select this and get multiple cursors. And so I can hit Control Shift L to get a cursor at the end of each one. Okay, and so now here I could, whoops, um, you can see I can finish each one of these and then come over here and say document.get element by ID and have it like that. Then over here, if I wanted to, I could say var, um, I could come back and grab these values and paste them right there. Okay, and so I can kind of do all those at the same time. So that was selecting all these and hitting Control Shift L, and then I get a cursor at the end of each line. Then I can hit home and move them back and forth, hit Control Shift and arrows to select stuff and so forth. Okay, so I'm going to delete those. So that was Control Shift, so Control Shift L. Okay, upper and lower case. So I can take something like this and change it to uppercase. Let's say I wanted to change this variable name. I could hit Control, hold Control, and select this, and hit Control Shift or Control K U to change it to uppercase, or Control K L to switch back to lowercase. Okay, I could take this whole thing and say um, Control K U to make it all uppercase, or Control K L to make it all lowercase. I don't want either one of those. I want camel case for this, but that's just giving you an example. Okay. So this one was Control K U and Control K L. All right. Swap lines up and down. I did this a second ago with this guy. Okay. And so that is, let's say I wanted to move this name actually below the street for whatever reason, or zip code I wanted it before the city and state. I could hold Control Shift and then my up arrow to move it up, or my down arrow to move it back down while holding Control Shift. Okay, that's a really good one. So that's Control Shift arrow. All right, duplicate line. This one's pretty simple, just Control C. If I don't have anything selected, I just have a line here. If I hit Control C, or not Control C, Control D, sorry, Control Shift D. Okay, and you can see it makes new lines. You can use it using Control C, but then you just paste it and then it'll copy and paste the whole line like you had it, or Control Shift D to do the line. Okay, so that's Control Shift D. Delete line, this is a really helpful one. Um, Again, I don't have any text selected. I'm just on line. If I hit Shift Delete, it will delete that line. Okay. All right. So that was Shift Delete. And then comments. This is a really good one. We do use lots of comments in this class. Let's say I wanted to comment this out for whatever reason. I could just select it and hit Control / this guy right here, and it'll comment out everything that I had selected. Okay, let's say for whatever reason I wanted to comment out this function. I could just highlight it all, Control / comment. Okay, so that's how you do comments. And then in here, if I did it like in my HTML, it'd be the same thing, but obviously it would put in an HTML comment to make that work. Okay, so that was Control / All right, so those are the main ones that I use on a really regular basis. Another cool example is like I have our video spreadsheet right here. If I copied all this, weeks 1 through 14, and I just pasted them right here, I could highlight week and it can just hold Control D to select them all, or I could highlight this and hit Control Shift L, and then I could do different things with this. If I wanted to change week to CIT 160 week or something like that, I could come back and paste this in Excel if I wanted to, or if I had like a huge numbered list of like several hundred numbers, then I could just take these numbers from Excel and just paste them right here. And then I could select all these lines, hit Control Shift L to make a cursor on each one, and then I could add whatever text I wanted to and say this is some text, you know. So lots of applications. I use this kind of thing with Excel a lot. Anytime I want to make like big lists or something like that. But anyways, so there's some of the hotkeys that I like to use that I use very frequently. There are a lot more in here. Um, One that I wish that that I had a hotkey is this one, but it doesn't. It's reindent. Let's say I had, oh, whoops, that's not what I want to do. If I had all this and I hit Shift Tab a bunch of times and everything's like tabbed over like this, um, I can go into here and hit Edit and click reindent. It'll kind of tab everything over a little bit for me. Not quite as much as I would want, but it gets me a good start. So that's one that I wish had a hotkey. But anyways, so those are some of my favorite hotkeys here. I'm sure you could find videos and stuff with more of them, but again, these are just my favorite ones. So hope that this was helpful for you, and I'll look forward to talking with you soon.